Since early this morning when federal police swept in to arrest protesters on ICE property. Now we have team coverage as police form a line in front of the office, but protesters vow to stay put.
Trevor AULT was the first reporter on the scene early this morning. And Trevor, how has the scene evolved since those federal officers first moved in?
Well, Ken and Jenny, good afternoon. I would say both the protesters and the federal agents who are here are beginning to settle in after it's been now 6.5 hours, I would say, since these federal agents originally made their way through here. You can see them still blocking off the street. And I would say that as we get further in the morning, the presence is only growing. Now, this occupation has lasted more than a week and a half. It shut down the ICE facility shortly after it launched. 3 days ago, the federal government issued warnings that they would be forcing them off federal property, and they made good on that promise today. They removed all the tents and the signs that were blocking the ICE building, and in the process, we know at least 9 people were arrested. I talked to a spokesperson with the Federal Protective Service who said he didn't know what charges these people were facing, but said even though there were arrests, they didn't run into all that much resistance from protesters.
There was some, but nothing was violent or anything like that. So it was actually, I would say it was very calm. We're going to be here for a while and continue to maintain the security of this facility here beside us.
And just as they'll be here for the foreseeable future, the protesters are saying the same. Today I've seen a number of different protesters expressing their anger and their frustration at these officers, calling them Nazis, calling them fascists, sometimes pleading to their humanity. And agents have given very little in response, rarely even engaging with these protesters at all. And Ken and Jenny, what we're seeing now is sort of a contest of who is going to blink first between these two. Obviously, the federal agents can't stay here forever, and the protesters are vowing that they're not going to leave. They will be here for the long haul, planning to shut it down. And there's of course the possibility as soon as the federal presence leaves, these protesters might fill back in and try to shut down this ICE facility, because they have said that they will not be done until ICE is abolished. Reporting live in Southwest Portland, Trevor AULT, KOIN 6 News.
Yes, Trevor, looks like a peaceful standoff at this point.
All right, thank you, Trevor. Well, protesters tell us they were warned something was about to happen this morning.
Lisa BALICK has been talking with them at the camp all morning long. And Lisa, what's the latest?
Yeah, we're a little bit closer to the entrance of the camp, and they tell me federal officers were playing loud music all night long. And at one point, they say they got a bit of a warning when they were playing the song Sleep with One Eye Open. I'm going to step aside here so you can take a look at the entrance to the camp. A lot of the protesters gathered there. Now, they continue to bring food and camping items into the encampment alongside the ICE building, an area that is not federal property. Now, when Homeland Security made their move this morning, protesters accused plainclothes officers of pushing down fences they had put up and coming into the camp and taking cell phones that were charging. But the tents alongside the ICE building remain at this hour, along with more than 100 protesters in the camp.
The plan is to stand strong and remain vigilant. This is something that needs to stop. Families are being destroyed. We've played audio for them. They're very cold-hearted people out here. It's really a shame what they're putting us through, all for helping people. It's becoming a crime to help a human.
Now, protesters are using bullhorns verbally to try and engage the officers who are protecting the ICE building. So it is remaining open now, finally, after 8 days of being shut down. We have seen Homeland Security vehicles leaving the building's gate with officers inside. The area around here is now open to traffic, but we're waiting to see if Homeland Security brings in fencing or other types of barricades to wall off the ICE building to replace the officer blockade. Also, having walked around the front of the building and the side, the back of the encampment is pretty quiet, but along the Macadam Avenue side, we have seen a line of officers blocking off the sidewalk in front of the ICE building, keeping protesters and anybody else off the area. But again, this will continue for only so long until they bring in some kind of fencing or barricades to provide more security for the ICE building, which they say they intend to keep open. Live in Southwest Portland, Lisa BALICK, KOIN 6 News.
So again, Lisa, the protesters remain on the city property. Have we heard anything from any city officials about what they plan to do?
No, the latest again from the mayor's office, from city council members, is they are taking a hands-off situation, saying this is a federal issue and they have no intention of touching the actual camp. But we understand from people who were here this morning when they first moved in, the federal officers, that there were Portland police officers who were here helping just with the surrounding streets in terms of traffic control, not with any of the enforcement here at the actual in front of the ICE building, but with the parking and with the traffic control of that area. So that's what we know, again, we have not seen any Portland police officers down here. Strictly Homeland Security officers, most of them holding up wooden sticks to try and keep their distance from the protesters.
All right. Thank you very much, Lisa.